Welcome everyone to Corner of Calm. As those here, but maybe not people listening, my name is Bea Sedgwick, and we've been doing this all through COVID. And with the Ukraine happening, I've been doing it at least twice a month now, because through Calm, we offer this to the world as well as ourselves. Somebody named that, and we've found it to be true. Since it's February, I said I was going to talk a little bit about love as sort of a place and a base for calm and presence and all this little changing the world pieces we want, but mainly what we're also claiming for ourselves, but not just love in the big sense. I want to talk a little bit about loving ourselves. And anybody that's really done work around this knows that that's really just the basis of it. And because I need it, I'm going to just, first of all, just talk about something simple as self-hugs. Sark, I learned this from Sark just to do this, and I do not remember who I learned this from, but if you put your hand around your neck and give yourself a hug that way, it's like a whole other piece. Just one hand, just do one hand as if you were holding somebody, if somebody was holding you behind you, and just give yourself that hug. And you can just sort of feel it go through your whole body and where it is and what it is. Not a bad place to sort of like claim that kind of energy and calm and places. But the universe has a way of challenging us. And so I wanted to claim that piece, but the little voice in your head, even I have them, I turn them off a lot, but it's all very well for you to say all these things you can do, but you've got it easy. What about people that have really impossible schedules and impossible responsibilities and doing all that? Where does this whole presence and calm and even knowing you're enough and self-love piece come in? Well, because the universe has a sense of humor, it has like completely thrown that particular version of the universe at me this past week. We have a new puppy who really has no concept of going to the bathroom outside. And I call him Velcro dog because he won't leave my housemate alone, which means that she tripped over him and broke her right arm. It's a little more complicated than that, but we'll just use that version. So I now have a one-armed roommate, a puppy that can't be left alone because the latest thing is that he has to be glued to you at all times so you can take him out. A 95-year-old roommate who's fine often, except when I went to bed at 11:15 last night, I found her getting dressed for the day. So I had to send her back to bed, where she went back to bed in boots, her wig, and her wool dress. But she stayed there because I couldn't sleep. I kept getting up to check. So it's been sort of that kind of piece. And so like, I can't write, I can't talk. I mean, how does it? And yet I'm realizing that if I can thank all that stuff for sharing, and I really, really am that busy and really, really don't have any time to write, somehow the journaling happened. Somehow the information for Corner of Calm all got out. Somehow everybody's fine watching television in the other room, and they're doing just fine without my worrying about them. And the dishes, which nobody else can do now, are just waiting there for me for later. And it's not like, and somehow the other pieces are happening too. The joy in the nature, the chance for trees, playing with trees, meeting a friend. Although when I was doing the day-to-day, not enough hours in the day kind of schedule, when my mind went there, none of that seemed even possible. And I want to offer that as a piece of love, as a piece of knowing that you are enough and it'll work anyway. And that that whole sort of hectic thing can relax in, bring us back to calm, bring us back to presence, and bring us back to all the possibilities that we share together. Thank you so very, very, very much.